Hello everyone, how's it going? Hey Mr. Leo. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're ready for more Famicom games, because we're going to play a bunch of them today. Got a bunch of games to play. We are about halfway through Chronological episode 17 right now, and there's a bunch of games that we can kind of breeze through. Yeah, there's a lot of games coming up that are obscure, that people haven't heard of, just weird, obscure Famicom games. Maybe you'll remember? Probably not. Maybe from Chronological, but even then, like, when I didn't remember this game either. Like, it's just one of those games that is not very memorable. This is game number 249. What is basically the 249th game released for the Famicom system. Fuuun Shourin Ken. Fuuun Shourin Ken. The game is mistranslated in a lot of places as Fuuun Shourin Ken, but according to Strategy Wiki, the correct spelling is that. And it's basically a fighting game. I guess this would be one of the... It wouldn't be the first. I think Yar Kung Fu would have been the first fighting game for the Famicom, but this is still a pretty early one and like kind of along those lines. You watched all of Fliptendo? Yeah, me too. But yeah, that was over several years. So, I mean, obviously it's a lot of games. I'm not going to remember all of them. So this is by Tose, and it's actually developed by Jaleco, as you can see down there. And I believe that Fliptendo lists this game as having been developed by Jaleco. But so I've been doing some research on some of the developers for these games, and Fliptendo's information about developers might be a little out of date on some of these games. Some of the developer information we've had on past games, might have been wrong. In particular, like Jaleco and Data East games, I've had a lot of them listed under Jaleco or Data East up to this point, but a lot of them were ported to other developers. They're like arcade ports, and it's really common for Tose or another company called SAS Cicada to be the one to port those games. In fact, you might not have heard the name SAS Cicada, that hasn't come up yet, but there's actually a bunch of games that have been ported by them to this point for which we haven't been giving them credit for. Let's see, like for example. SAS Cicada. Like Burger Time, Tag Team Pro Wrestling, Bump and Jump. I had those listed as Data East before. Those are all SAS Cicada. Karate Champ. And then a game that's coming up real soon, Tante Jinguru Saburo. The first in the Jinguji Saburo, that detective series of games. Which I think was, like, they started to bring those out over here as Jake Hunter. One of those is coming up real soon. And then Tose has developed more games than you would think, or ported more games than you would think. There's a lot of Tose games up to this point. A lot of these kind of weird, slightly janky Famicom games. Although you can kind of see them getting better as we go along. But anyway, so this is a Tose game. Or Tose handled the development of this game. I don't know if this is a port or not. I don't think this is a port. I think this is a home system game. Yeah. But yeah, it seems like Jaleco might have hired out Tose to like program this game for them. But anyway, yeah, they are still around. Like, they're one of the most prolific game developers of all time. Tose, it's kind of crazy, and they had such humble beginnings. Yeah, proper documentation is not easy to come by. It seems like we know a little bit better now. That's why some of the information in some of these earlier Dr. Sparkle videos can sometimes be either wrong or incomplete. But we know a little bit better now about some of these. Like, for example, Labyrinth. That game we did, the port, or not the port, the licensed version of the game based on the Labyrinth movie. That was Atlas, which I sort of theorized, like that information was not on Chronological, but I think he might have theorized that it might have been an Atlas game based on the fact that the word Atlas appears in block letters inside in one of the mazes if you look hard enough. But that seems to be the case, and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, you know, Tose to this point. Well, let's go ahead and start the game. They're still in a phase of their career where everything they're making is slightly janky and sometimes pretty rushed. So this is a Famicom Disk System game. And there's a lot of these in the early Famicom lifespan. Later on, the Famicom would sort of be left by the wayside. But right now, there's like half the games we're playing are like Famicom Disk System games. It's pretty crazy. All right, I'm going to check out this game. Let me make sure my audio is... I think it might be turned down. There you go. Okay. I'm going to start over. Gotta get the full volume for the full experience. Contacting Dr. Sparkle. I don't know. Maybe. I never really thought of that. I mean, I don't know. All I'm really doing is just kind of like just playing all... I don't know. I'm just playing all the games. I don't feel like I'm doing anything that special. He's a cool guy. Yeah, that's right. He was an episode of Retronauts once. That's how I first learned about him, actually, from Retronauts. But he does seem like a cool guy. It's true. So this is it. Fuuun Shourin Ken. Alright. We're gonna have to set B-side. Well, I guess we'll let the title music play a little bit more, so it'll at least loops. Title screen music, not bad. It looks like Travolta in Saturday Night Fever. Huh. I could see that, kind of. My secret technique, disco fighting. Okay. What? Ooh, I fucked it up. I think I fucked it up. Okay. How about that? So this is a one-on-one martial arts game. It's very similar to Yar Kung Fu. It's basically Yar Kung Fu, which is like maybe slightly more advanced. And I do mean slightly. Although that game was pretty primitive. Alright, there's like a little bit... So you can move back and forth. I don't know if you... You can't block, as far as I know. You can jump by pressing up. So to attack, you hold the button down. Either you hold the B button and press directions to make your punches come out. By the way, I added a couple more episodes to the guide. So now my guide goes up to game number 300. Episode 20 of Chronological. So, I'll check that out. I updated some of the developer information. So holding the B button and tapping down lets you... Oh, to turn around, you have to press the D-pad in the opposite direction. You won't turn around automatically. So yeah, I think B and then down left makes you punch straight to the left. Or you can just hold the D-pad down, and it'll just keep punching automatically. So you hold the A button down to do kicks. Holding down will make you just keep spamming your foot sweep. Down and left does nothing, I guess. Holding left does like a normal kick. Holding up and left does like a high kick, and then holding up makes you jump kick. Normally, if you jump by just tapping up, you can't attack. You have to hold the... Oh wait, I think I had that backwards. B is kick actually. I think I said A was kick, and B is kick and A is punch. I actually think my first thought was that the dude looks like Ranma. Like, I think the main dude in this game, he reminds me, which is probably not an accident because I think, when would Ranma have been out this time? No, actually, maybe this would have been too early for Ranma. I think he looks a bit like Ranma. If you look at the cover, yeah, it doesn't. The cover is not very Ranma. I don't know. It's probably based on some sort of anime. So when we get a game over, we get sent back to the beginning. But if you get far enough in the game, you can actually get a continue point. And you can also pick up an item, which gives you continues. But it's pretty difficult to get to that point. I think you have to get to like stage 7 before you can start continuing. Which is not easy. Well, we'll see how... I actually have some save states in case I can't do it, which is likely. We'll see what we can do. Is there a Ranma Famicom game? There's definitely Ranma Super Famicom games. Multiple of them. But I'm not aware of any Ranma Famicom games. Low punches seems to work. Also, these guys, the enemy fighters in this game have like weaknesses. And there's some attacks they're immune to, and then some attacks that like do multiple, like more damage to them. So for that, I can actually look at the guide here for that. I'm probably gonna want to do that. Okay. But for this guy, I guess it doesn't really say, but it seems like everything works on him, kind of. But maybe low punches do extra damage. I'm not really sure. Or maybe not. But they do pretty good. They come out pretty fast, so let's keep spamming them. That seems to work. Uh-oh. We're hitting them dead. As you can see with this game, the hit detection is, it's like some of these other early fighting games like Yar, Kung Fu, and Karate Champ. The hit detection is really weird. I don't know why all these early fighting games have such weird hit detection, but quite often your attack will just kind of go through. Like, I think this game's a little bit better about it, but it seems like you have to, like, be at a specific spot. Like, it's not enough for your attack to just look like it touches the enemy. You have to, like, be on, like, the right pixel. Your attack has to hit the right pixel for it to count as damage. And a lot of these early fighting games are like that. I don't know why. I guess that was just because these games are so simple, that was their way of adding, like, challenge to it or whatever. There we go. Maybe just ducking and spamming the punch button is the way to go on this person. Right, even the first Street Fighter is really weird. I don't know if the first Street Fighter is like better or worse than this. Honestly, it might be worse. The first Street Fighter is really weird and hard to play. It might even be worse than this game. It's like Yar Kung Fu level of weird hit detection. And really, all of the movement in this game is not really good either. Ow, what the fuck? You did one whole fan worth of damage to me. You son of a bitch. What? I'm doing worse than I thought I would. That's too bad. Yeah, this game is hard. It probably takes a lot of practice to be able to get anywhere. I'm gonna try mixing my attacks up a little bit. Okay, just run into my fist. I'm just gonna wait. There we go. She ran into my fist. Or he. No, I guess it's a guy. This is rough, but it's better than Karate Champ. I agree. It is rough, and yet it is better than Karate Champ. I agree with both statements. So far, my record is level 2. Let's see if we can get a little farther than that. Ah, what the fuck? Why didn't this see? Okay. Whatever. So the turning around can be pretty awkward in this game, especially when the guy just decides to... And why did he do... Why is he doing so much damage? Okay, whatever. I don't know. I probably need a different strategy for that second guy. It's weird. I don't know why the second guy... The guy just says... Hold on a second. It just says... The second guy has basically the first guy, except he leaps around more. Crouching punches, foot sweep kicks, high punches, jump kicks are all effective when you are the proper distance apart. Whatever that means. Huh. Maybe you're more vulnerable when you're punching or something. Wow. Wait a second. Hold on. Maybe hold on. Maybe I have a difficulty switch set too high or something. Oops. I gotta start over. Let me just make sure. It's weird because when I was practicing this game, the enemies were only doing like half of a fan worth of damage to me, and now they're like doing an entire fan. Seems strange. Hey, Virus Returns, what's up? How are you doing? Are you familiar with this game? Fuuun Shourin Ken? Seen it? You're gonna ask something to do with Karateka? No. It's nothing to do with Karateka. It's just another early, like, fighting game. No, there's no difficulty switch. That's weird. I could swear when I was practicing this game before, those first couple of guys were easier. Well, I guess not. It's also better than Karateka. This is better than Karateka, honestly. Anything is better than Karateka. Maybe not Karate Champ. Karate Champ might still be worse than Karateka. I don't know if you played Karate... If you tried playing Karate Champ, Virus, that game is tough to play. But yeah, I don't know. This game is definitely more fun than Karateka. It's not very good, but... Point. Begin. Point. Begin. Point. Point. Exactly. Didn't anybody ever tell that guy it's rude to point? Did you get Mario Tennis Aces? I have not gotten that yet. There's a bunch of things that I've been wanting to get for my Switch that I just haven't got around to yet. But, I think probably will get that. Maybe I should try jump kicks on this guy. Just mix up my attacks more. Like that! Oh, he didn't like that. Did you see that? Nice. Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! No! Oh, why am I missing? Why am I missing? What the fuck? Oh, come on. Why am I missing? Oh, come on. Please, just... Really? That didn't count? Okay, fuck. Wow. You played the Aces demo? I should at least play the demo. Yeah, that would be an idea. I got a bunch of Switch demos I should play. We should do like a day where we just play Switch demos. Yeah, like, it looks really good. That arcade, that tennis game looks really nice. Alright, we finally made it to stage 3. A little bit of progress. I was going to say, this game is definitely more fun than Karate Champ. In Karateka, I think that the controls in this game are definitely weird at first, but once you kind of get used to them, they kind of feel okay. Oh, that's a continue. So that gourd that I just grabbed out of the air, that's a continue. Okay, so this guy apparently is I think he's impervious to all low attacks and punches. So you have to either use like high kicks or jump kicks, or apparently you can jump up onto these things and like low kick from there onto his head. But he just killed me but it didn't work out for me too well there. It seems to work for me for this guy is jump kicks. From like the right distance. Maybe fucked it up though. Hey Skittles, what's up? You already love it? The guy's tall. Yeah, all of a sudden like you're fighting a super tall, big buff guy. Yeah, this game... Wait till you see the next guy. If you think this guy is weird looking. I think he's supposed to be super tall. I might be short as well. Who knows? I was the same size as the first guy, but... Hey, Skittles. How are you doing, Skittles? Yeah, this is Attack on Titan. There you go. Alright, so what seems to work for this guy is just jump kicks and then maybe follow it up with a kick or something. Oh, what the fuck? No, why did that... Aw, oh, man, that sucks. I'm gonna probably die. Yep. I have a continue, though. So we can continue on this guy. And I guess if we just keep collecting gourds, we can keep continuing. Kind of like Battletoads, where you just keep collecting the 1-ups over and over again. As long as we just keep collecting that gourd, we can keep continuing on this guy. So that's nice, at least. Of course, we need to not die before it, like, comes out. Where's the gourd? Give me my gourd! Maybe the gourd doesn't appear more than once. Actually, I've never tested it. It might not appear more than one time. That would suck a lot. I just assumed it would appear. Oh, I almost got him! Get him! No, okay, that's okay. One more jump kick. Oh, we actually won. Alright. Kyojin. Yeah, this guy's a Kyojin. You're bored, Skittles? I'm sorry to hear that. Aren't you glad I'm streaming then? That's why I'm streaming. You know, honestly, I wasn't going to stream Skittles, but then I heard you were bored, and I was like, Skittles bored? There's only one way to fix this. I've got to stream. I've got to do it. You got the mail. Ate some almonds. Pretty crazy. Wow, nice. You got the mail. Did you eat the almonds before you got the mail or afterwards? That's what I want to know. Oh, fuck this guy, man. Why did I turn around there? This guy's like more aggressive than... Oh shit, that's not... Oh no, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I need a gourd. Give me a gourd! Where's my gourd? No gourd? That sucks. Well, back to level 1. I guess you can only get 1 gourd per game. That's lame. Well, you guys who just got here will get to see stage 1 and 2 again, so it's good for you. Just crumbles into a ball. I know, yeah, he just crumbles. That's pretty funny. Alright, back to the first level strategies. But you can do like a weird flip kick as well, or like a backwards flip. It doesn't seem too useful, and I'm not actually sure how to do it. Oh, okay, so it's like down, forward, and B, I guess. For like flipping over them like this. I'd rather just do a regular jump kick, though. Alright. There we go. So I don't know, this game, like, once you kind of learn all the various moves, it's a little bit fun. Like, it's a little bit of fun. Like, it's not great. And also, I think this game does not have a 2-player mode, which really kind of limits the fun value of this game. But, I don't know. I do think that, like, the basic combat starts to feel okay once you kind of learn what to do. Like, what the moves are. It feels alright. The hit detection is still sloppy, though. It's not as bad as the AR Kung Fu or Karate Champ, but it's not good either. It's especially lame how a lot of times your attacks will kind of go... They'll seem to pass through the enemy without doing damage. It's just way too strict about where you need to be. What a silly question. Etiquette dedicates almonds may be consumed only after posting voyages. I forget, man, you're right. That was a silly question. Backwards flip. That's me. Backwards flip is pilf. Did you know that, Skittles? Alright, this guy again. Gotta get that gourd. You got the gourd. That's good. Now you can continue one time. Oh, that... Okay, so the kick in the head does a lot of damage to this guy. Wow. Maybe that is, like, the right thing to do on this guy, is just to get the kick on it. Oh, I can't get up there now. See, but the problem is it's, like, really hard to stay up there once you've gotten up. Like, one low kick and you fall down. You have to, like, do it at the exact right timing to get that damage. Anyway, let's just try to finish off with jump kicks. Oh, I walked into his foot. See how hard it is to, like, get the right pixel for your damage? See that? Oh. almost had him. Sort of like the Asiatic type music. It's alright. Oh, I actually got an extra health bar. Oh yeah, that's another weird thing about this game. You can collect extra health bars. Which is sort of like extra lives. I'm not even sure how we got one. I don't know how that works exactly. Oh, see, there we go. Okay. That does pretty good damage. I'm gonna have to try to get one more of those. You know what? I'm just dead. You have to use a continue. Even this guy is hard. I want to get to the next guy. But... You love Yar Kung Fu, but because you know how the thing works. Yeah, you've got to, like, become intimately familiar with just how the hitboxes work, right? That's what that game is all about. Well, he can knock you down, apparently. Ah, it's not working. No. There we go. Get him! Okay. Yeah, going up to the lanterns and standing there and doing the head kicks to him does seem pretty effective if you can like time it right, or you can get the spacing right, which is interesting. I'm a pilfer. I'm a pilfer. Exactly, Mr. Leo. Oh no, you figured me out. You figured out my secret. That's right. I'm a pilfer. Yeah, he seems to do a thing where he like shakes the ground and it makes you fall off the lantern. Okay, well we got this guy now. Nice! Okay, so that's the strategy right there. I think we figured out the strategy. That is really helpful. You're just asking for a crotch kick. Well, that does work on him too, but... Alright, let's see. So the next guy... Now, this is where the game starts to get weird with the guys, especially if I can get to stage 6. I definitely want to show you guys stage 6. Oh, I got an extra health bar somehow. Oh, crap. No! Oh, I get hit by it both ways, stupid iron ball. Alright, this guy... This guy's name is Wang Fu and Pao Chu. So... Both fighters are susceptible to high punches and kicks when they are not attacking. So he's susceptible to high punches and kicks. Alright, let's go. Oh, you can continue in this stage. Oh, nice. But he actually, like, hurts you with his belly. He does this thing where he charges forward and he sticks his belly out and it does, like, extra damage. I'm gonna try jump kicks too on him. The jump kicks works pretty well. Ah, he's doing his belly move. No, belly, get out of here. Oh, there's health. You can also collect ramen sometimes. It gives you extra health, which is good. Nice. Okay, one more jump kick. If I can just land it. And I missed. Okay, one more chance. Oh, I fucked up. No, I missed! That's the Gangnam style? Yes. This guy uses Gangnam style. Alright, we had to continue for getting the gourd-shaped thing. Let's see. Nice. We're ahead on damage now. Oh, I did it too early. Oh no! Oh! Fuck, man. Alright. I'm gonna play through one more time the normal way, I think. And then we might just start to resort to cheating. Just to see more of the game. You only recognize the first kanji? Yeah, so what's interesting is that this game's kanji is mistranslated, supposedly. A lot on the internet. So, like, it's normally translated as, Fuuun Shourin Ken, but it's supposed to be Fuuun Shourin Ken. That's what Strategy Wiki says, and I don't know, it sounds believable to me. Lee Pyroon. There's no translation of this game. I did look for a translation. You don't really need a translation for this game. There's actually a lot that's in English. If you get to the ending is it's written in English using English characters, but it is written in Japanese, so Fortunately, we would not be able to enjoy that. Yeah, no official well, nobody's tried to actually translate this game's Japanese into English. So, but it's perfectly playable in Japanese anyway. You tried Mercenary Force? It was pretty cool. I believe that Mr. Leo actually requested Mercenary Force for Game Boy when I was doing my Game Boy stream. Ooh, that was close. And he hated it, but not as much as the other Game Boy games you got him to play. You did? Yeah, I remember playing that. That was pretty fun. Yeah, I like that game. The game was pretty cool. It was different. I like games that are different or, you know, original. What the fuck, you son of a bitch? Uh-oh. Let's try going over here. Uh-oh. Ooh, that was close. That was close! King's Knight? Are you thinking of King's Knight? Yeah. Right. Well, in King's Knight, Mercenary Force is a lot easier to play than King's Knight. King's Knight, you can't rotate unless you pick up a power-up that lets you rotate, and even then it rotates randomly, so you don't really have full control over who you're using. Which makes the game very, like... And Mercenary Force, I think you can freely control. You can freely rotate your guys whenever you want. But probably it is, like, inspired by King's Knight a little bit. Like, it feels like it is. Like, it's almost like a better made version of King's Knight. Which is cool. What the fuck did he just do? Uh-oh. I'm in trouble now. What? He shoots like fireballs. Sucks for me. Lets you rotate. Yeah, it does. Exactly. You have a lot more freedom to, like, do things with your formations. Plus, you know, Form's Knight is more like an actual... Like, King's Knight is... It's kind of plays like a shooter, but like a very limited one. Where, like, Mercenary Force is a bit more modern in with its shooting mechanics. Survival Kids. The Survival Kids, I don't know. Man, we gotta go back to this guy again. Well, this game is hard. Okay, you know what? All right, let's just use some save states. Let's go back to stage 5. I want to just show what the rest of the guys look like. So I am going to. You know, we're not going to beat this game. Even just these guys right here are still like these are the easy guys. Like once you get to stage 7 and 9 and 11, it gets a lot harder, so this game would be tough to beat. We're not going to put that time into it. Now, ordinarily, I would show off the rest of the game on YouTube, but there's no playthroughs of this game on YouTube. So what I'm going to do, what I'm going to go ahead and do ahead is just show off some of the other dudes with save states. Starting with this guy. I want to show the guy that comes after this because he's kind of hilarious. make it past this guy. Difficulty should not be the reason to stop playing. The reason should be good because it sucks. But it doesn't suck, though. Skittles. This game does not suck. It's just not that good. There we go. Oh, we almost got him. There we go. We got that guy. Alright, cool. Alright, now check this guy out. This is the second version of the fat dude. What is his name? Pao Chu. Check out this guy's attacks. I like everything. It's a good way to live. Oh, I really don't like everything, Skittles. Just Famicom games. Just that only is true for retro games. Even then, there's a lot, you know. You can see by my scores, like, the most frequent score I've given is like a 4 for these games so far, so don't really like everything. I'm probably going to give this game a 4 too, I think. But I mean, Virus likes Yayar Kung Fu. This is not just me. But so, by the way, notice how he's shooting his head at me? Have you guys noticed that? He's shooting his head at me. He throws a giant head into the sky, and then it explodes into little heads. Did you notice that? I was curious if you guys noticed that. Oh, the red bouncing ball hit me in the head. Yeah, 4. Well, no, because most people use, like, I don't go by like an IGN. I don't use like an IGN style score. Like, I think that that's kind of dumb to like have like a scoring system where like you know, the majority of the scale just means terrible. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I try to have a more balanced scoring system, so 5 means that it's a decent game. Like, it's not great, but it's not bad either. You know, 4 just means like it's a little below average, you know, but still like not too bad. I mean, actually, this game maybe this game should be, in fact, maybe this game should be a 3. I don't know. Yeah, honestly, no, I honestly don't dislike this game that much. I'll probably give it a 4. It's like a low 4. It's like, it's kind of a 3.5, but I think it edges slightly towards being a 4. Hey, we made it to stage 7. Well, not legit though, but I did beat that guy. So this is just basically the first guy, but now he has like mirror images or something. Pretty weird. And apparently the same strategies work as on the first guy, except you can be pincer attacked like this shit. And he seems to take more damage, or maybe like one of his images takes damage and one doesn't. I'm not really sure. It's not a head, it's a great story about himself that he just throws into the air and explodes into rumors of heroic battles. That makes a lot of sense, Virus. Hey, old Quico, how's it going? Welcome back. How are you doing? Hey, DJ Bunyan. Quite the belly on that guy. I just think that guy's kind of funny. I like his attacks. This guy's pretty annoying. His attacks. Oh, I think we might have maybe have got him locked into a pattern, or just keep damaging him. Nice. Yeah, the guy did mention something about trapping him in a corner, so I guess that's the strategy for that guy. Versus Ryan. So there's 13 stages, 13 normal ones. After this, stages 9 and 10, we fight a wizard. And then stages 11, 12, and 13, you fight like 3 different versions of like the king, or like the evil main bad dude. And then after stage 13, there's another 13 stages. There's like a second quest version of the game where things are just like changed up a little bit. And you like fight shadow versions of... Okay, so yeah, so this is... If you make it past this point of the game, which we almost could have done that. Like, I kind of almost want to keep playing because it seems like we almost could do that legit, you know? Get to this guy. So once you make it here, you can just keep continuing on this guy as much as you want to. You know? But this guy is a nightmare, so... All these guys from this point on are a nightmare, so I don't think beating this game legit is something... Plus, I don't know, you might really kind of need to, you might need to do the second quest to really count as it beating the game. I'm not really sure. Because it is... The second set of guys are, like, all different. If TMR were doing this game for NES Mania, I'm pretty sure that people would expect him to do both sets of battles. Like, so 26 stages before they would let him count as beating the game. Pretty sure that's what they would expect. Oh, this is also the only battle where you can actually do, like, attacks in midair. You can... we almost had that guy, that sucks. But, so, the one good thing about this is that it does let you continue on this stage. Once you make it to stage 9, you can continue here as much as you want. Probably having something to do with the fact that this is on the other disc side, I bet. Instead of, I guess, I don't know. Instead of making you, like, switch disc sides over and over, they were just like, let him continue. Normally you can't jump really high and do jump kicks like this in midair. But for this particular guy, they let you do it, because otherwise fighting him would be horrible. He's really cheap. Yeah, it's Saruman, exactly. We just cannot get, like, damage on this guy. It sucks. See, I just can't hit this guy. It's so hard to hit guys in this game. So if we get past this guy, this is the easier... This is actually easy mode. This is the easy mode wizard. If we make it to stage 10, there's a red wizard who's just like this guy, except he jumps up a lot more. And halfway through the fight, he gets like a ring of fireballs around him that are undodgeable if you want to actually attack him. Crap, I probably should not have collected the health until I already have taken damage. But, whatever. At least you get to continue against this guy. Now, how did that not count as damage? I don't know. Honestly, don't know. This guy is stupid. You can go over here, though. There's actually a lower level to this fight. Which is weird, but... Your love of Halfling's feet has clouded your judgment. Is it something Gandalf? Alright. Yeah, here we go. See, when I was like, testing this game out, I did happen to notice, like, a strategy for this guy that might work. Like, getting him over to the right and doing jump kicks seems to work sometimes. Hey, Chris H. Games. MyStream and Bob Ross. I know, I'm sorry, Chris. Part of my evil plan, Chris H. Games. Sorry about that, but I guess you fell for it. You picked me? Thank you. Thank you, Chris H. Games. I feel like we both scored a victory. Alright, so I'm just going to try to get him to appear down here. And I'm just going to spam jump kicks and hope that that somehow results in a victory. See, I don't know, for whatever reason it seems to work. This will not work on his second form. It works on that guy, though. Lord of the Rings books, Tolkien goes into a lot of detail of the hobbits loving to smoke. Yeah, it is. It probably was inspired by Yar Kung Fu, which was the first Famicom fighting game that we played.
But yeah, this is basically like I guess a better version of Yar Kung Fu, but not too much better. I beat the hell out of the old man. So here's the red version. He's like the hard mode wizard. This jump kick strategy doesn't seem to work on him, and I guess nothing really works. You have to just he stays in the air the whole time you fight. So I guess the only thing you can really do is just keep doing jumps and hope that you hit him. But he's really cheap and hard to hit. Even when I know what I should be doing, he's really hard to hit. See? We gotta fight the blue guy again to get back to him. Hey, Legionary Shark, what's up? Is it really Kung Fu anymore fighting a levitating wizard? Yeah. I mean, Kung Fu has got wizards all the time. Kung Fu wizards. He's a Kung Fu wizard, you know. That's just, that's just normal. And let's be honest, Gandalf probably knew Kung Fu. Fucking die, old man! Alright, there we go. There's a Link's game called Kung Food, about beating the crap out of food items in a freezer. It's a good pun. Is it like a cross between Yar Kung Fu and Burger Time? Is that what... Do you think that's what in the strategy meeting, when they came up with that game, that's what they were thinking? Like, alright guys, I got a great idea. It's a cross between Kung Fu and Burger Time. I'm gonna call it Kung Fu. That's brilliant, Bob! That's probably how that meeting went, right? Shit, I can't attack. Oh, right, pressing the wrong button. So I gotta time it to jump over his fireballs, probably. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, see, now he's going into cheat mode. Did you see that? He just summoned like 8 rotating fireballs. No way to not take damage from those. Of course, they only do like about a half a fan of damage altogether. But I almost have him. Oh, did you see that? He whacked me out of the sky just as I was about to finish him off. He was like, nope. What a dick. Let's just go ahead and go to the last stage. Alright, the last stage is Yoku Ryu. Here, he's like the king or something. So he's got his own like weird mechanics. So there's like a sword you have to pick up here. And what you have to do is you have to fight him normally until he gets to, his health gets low, and then you have to hit him in the head with this sword. It's the only game where it's the only fight that has this mechanic. Let me see if I can pull it off. Not this time. This Yar Kung Fu were inspiration to create the first Street Fighter. Yeah, there might be even more beat-em-ups that came out before Street Fighter came out. I'm not sure. And of course, don't forget, like, original Kung Fu and Karate Champ and other games. Like, there's actually a lot of games like this. Hey, I finally did some damage to this idiot. He shoots fireballs, too. There we go. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna try to do the sword thing now. Wait, how do you shoot the sword again? Do I not have the sword? Where'd my sword go? Where'd my sword go? And I lost my sword. Where's my sword? Huh? Where's the fucking sword at? Oh, it's like way over there. Well, I died trying to get over there. And Hardcore 101 page lists all pieces of Street Fighter. Really? Oh, wow. I want to look at that. Pre-Street Fighter 2 fighting games. Let's see. Warrior. Wow. What's Warrior? An arcade game. Okay, well, look at that. Dragon's Eye. Huh. Okay, I guess. Swashbuckler. So like some early computer games. Oh, that's interesting. Well, I don't know if this is really a fighting game. It looks more just like a beat 'em up, maybe, where you just kind of kill dudes. Like, is Karateka count as a fighting game? I guess it does, but Funvision Karate? Yeah, okay. Sword Fight. I mean, I guess I do remember some Atari games that are. Let's see. How many pre-show of this game are there? Great Swordsman, Karateka, Urban Champion. Oh yeah, Urban Champion. I forgot about I knew I was forgetting something. Urban Champion for the NES. I guess that would actually be the first fighting game for Famicom. Now that I think about it, I think that came out before Yar Kung Fu. Urban Champion, Kung Fu, Yar Kung Fu, Hiryu no Ken. Yeah, Hiryu no Ken. Although that's more of like a beat 'em up than it does have. Yeah, that's right. I forgot that does have one-on-one fighting parts, and that came before this. What else? Does it list this game that I'm playing right now? Galactic Warriors, Kinuku Man Coliseum. I guess Muscle? Would that count? I guess Muscle would count. That's not on here though, so maybe they didn't count it. Night Games, Musashi no Ken. I mean, Musashi no Ken. Oh yeah, that does have one-on-one. We never got to. No, well, I guess we did. I think we did get to that part with like save states or something. Trojan. I guess Trojan's more of like just a normal. I don't know. I guess Trojan kind of counts. Fuuun Shourin Ken. There's the game we're playing right now. I mean, like, I think that they're being very loose with their definition of fighting game, because they're also including beat 'em ups and anything that has like a fighting theme. Oh, what's Typhoon Gal? What's Typhoon Gal? I want to know what that is. Fight someone my own age. Exploding Fist. Fist 2, The Legend Continues. Exploding Fist Plus. Oh, there's an Exploding Fist for NES that's unreleased. Interesting. By Beam Software. Huh. Hiryu no Ken. Oh, yep. We played that. We played a bit of that for this. Typhoon Gal. Hey, that looks cool. What is this for? Arcade? I want to play Typhoon Gal. Huh. It looks like a beat 'em up. More so than a fighting game, but the indoor levels have several progressively more difficult opponents fought one-on-one. Your main character is Yuki. That's cool. Let's see what it says about this game. Fuuun Shourin Ken. It does list the correct name. Fist 2, the fisting. Exploding Fist would be a detriment, not an asset. That's true. Yeah, there's the game we're playing right now. It's similar to Yar Kung Fu, except not nearly as good. I don't agree with that. I think this game is better. Quite honestly. I've played both, unless they're talking about the arcade. Like, maybe they're talking about the arcade game, which I haven't played. Maybe the arcade version of Yar Kung Fu is better. But I can only compare, like most early fighters, doesn't have a multiplayer mode. Yeah, that does kind of hurt. Point of the game is to defeat 10 challenging opponents. There's actually 13, but if you're only counting unique ones, then I think there's like more like 7. Moves to be executed similar to early fighters. Jumping is executed by holding up. When holding the A button in a direction, the character executes an attack. Yep. Controls are awkward, but it doesn't take long to adjust to them. Yeah, I mean, I adjusted to them. It took me a little learning curve, but I've adjusted to them. They're okay. I sort of get them. Adjusting to the hitboxes is like more of another matter. Health meter like modern fighting games. That's true. Must be one of the first ones to do that. Yep. That doesn't really say much about the game, but yeah, that's basically it. Well, it's interesting. I didn't know there were so many. I guess it depends on what you define as a fighting game. Like I think of it. I feel like it has to be like one-on-one between like two opponents, and I feel like probably it has to have a life bar as well for it to count. Fuck you, old man. This guy. If it explodes, yeah, it's true. It's true. If you have a bomb on your fist and then you put it in the dude's face and then it explodes, that could be useful. I don't know. It might do more damage to his face than it could do to your hand, you know? I'm just trying to, you know, act like a martial artist. That's what a martial artist would say, Skittles. We'd say, fuck you, old man. Oh, okay, let's try that again. Oh, there we go. Now we got him stuck in it. Like, to beat this guy, you kind of have to get, like, a pattern going. I should have collected that. Whoops. So, like, sometimes he'll just keep backing up, and you can just keep jump kicking him and, like, keep doing damage. It's kind of hard. I don't know how to set it up exactly. Like, there we go. See, okay. I only got one hit, though. But I could have got 3 hits there if I timed them correctly. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna try to throw the dagger. Oh, it didn't work. Okay, I'm gonna try it again. You gotta jump and throw the dagger so it hits his head. Shit. He's not giving me a chance. He's not giving me a chance. Okay, fuck. He didn't give me a chance. Did you see it? I almost had him. Fuck, man. This guy. Now he's just destroying me. You know, I mean, the thing that sucks about these early fighting games is that, like, to be good at them, what being good at them really just means is learning the exact hitboxes and AI and, like, the exact way to manipulate it, you know? So it's very technical, which I guess... Oh, see, there we go. I'm gonna try the sword now. Oh, I missed. Fuck. He doesn't have to be at, like, low... I don't know how much it does, but maybe this could... Oh, I missed again. Fuck. Well, yeah, it's hard to get that hit on his head. If I could just get another sword. Oh no, I'm dead. It wasn't letting me scroll the screen fast enough. Someone picked the Game Boy Color Dragon Lair for a raffle on RGL, and they played the Game Boy version for a moment. They mistook it. Huh. Oh, Skittles out. You really like that. Fuck you, old man! Die! Die, old man! Oh, I completely messed up that throw. Completely. Okay, I gotta jump and hit him in his fucking head. I can do this. Oh! Okay, it worked. Oh, but it didn't do... Okay, well, I didn't do enough damage. It worked, but it did not do enough. I guess you have to get him down to, like, a half a fan for it to work. I'll tell you what. Here, let's... Whatever. Let's just... Well, whatever. Let's just see the ending. Let's just see this. So this is after you beat the third guy. He's like the same thing, except he's got like a black and red palette swap. But basically, it's the same battle. Although, so you do that battle 3 times. The second time, the sword will like kind of randomly switch poles, making it harder to get. The third time, it'll be invisible and randomly switching poles. So the third battle is like bullshit. Like the third battle is ridiculous against that guy. So not only do you have to fight him and not die, and he's more aggressive, but you just have to kind of jump randomly and hope you can luckily pick up the sword. So then you really have to not miss with it. So beating this game would be a nightmare. And if you die to that guy and you have to continue, you go back to the wizard. You get to fight the wizard again. And the wizard, the red one, sucks. Look at that Romaji. Gorgeous. Mata Saisyo no stage kara. Chosen suru ka kore kara saki no bonus stage. Nisu sumu kaizure ni shitemo. Kimi no kento o inoru. Whatever that means. Set B-side. So if you beat that guy, so once you beat the first 13 guys and you get the ending, you go through like a second quest, and like so all the enemy, all that, it's the same fighters, but they have new gimmicks. Like this guy is like a shadow guy now. See, he's like more. Oh, they're like harder fights and more aggressive and stuff. Like this, and they can like jump too. Oh, there you go, okay. Hey, I beat him. Why am I always talking shit about wizards? I am jealous of their powers, you're right, Skittles. That's probably it. I'm probably just jealous. You know. I wish I could be a wizard. You said you were going to keep playing this game until you get the world record. Did I said that? I'm going to keep playing this game until I get the world record? Wow, why did I say that? That's a stupid thing to say. I'm definitely not going to keep playing this game until I get the world record. That's for sure. No! Oh, I almost had that stupid guy. Let's you continue on stage 14, though. Shadow. I haven't actually played past this stage, so I don't have any more save states. I'll try to get past him a little bit more. He's not really that hard. Maybe get him to be stuck in a corner. Here, let's just see. This is the corner, right? Maybe he'll jump past me. I want to try the stuck in the corner thing again. Here, get on my right side. Don't you want to get on my right side? Oh, what? That's bullshit. No, it's not working. It almost works. Right in the head. So what do you guys think about this game? What would you rate it? Any desire to play this game after watching me play it? 2 out of 10. Skittles doesn't like it. I mean, that's understandable. Definitely not a Skittles kind of game. Ooh, that was good. He should be dead, that motherfucker. You like the concept? You have to try it depending on the controls rate at 5 or 6. The controls, they do take some getting used to. They're kind of different since you attack by holding the button down and tapping in a direction. And they are a little stiff. They're not too bad. I actually think they are better than Street Fighter 1, although I'd have to go back and play that game again, but I remember it being, like, really awkward. I don't remember it being, like, this is not great, but it feels better than how I remember that being. I mean, the controls are okay. The hitboxes are definitely not great. Oh, that's bullshit. Ah, again! Again! Damn that stupid guy. Whatever. That's fine. You know what? That's good enough, I think, for this game. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. I'm kind of torn between a 3 and a 4. It's kind of like 3.5 range. But, a little bit of fun with it. So, I don't know. For effort, I guess I'll give it a 4. I think. And the music... There was different music, right? Hold on, let me listen to the music again. How much different music was there in this game? There's different music for, like, each fighter? Yeah, I think there is different music for every fighter. That's better than the AR Kung Fu had. Yeah, each fighter has their own, like, unique music. That's pretty cool. Well, this guy has the same music like on stages 1 and 2 and 7 and 8. But still, okay, I don't know. The music's okay. It's kind of just okay. I guess I'll give it a 5. I guess I'm giving it the same exact score as Renegade. That's probably fair enough. Well, for a Tose game, it's not too bad. All right, so that was Fuuun Shourin Ken. So not a great fighting game, but I don't know. It's probably a game that would be hard to play. I think most people wouldn't really have fun with it trying to go back now because of you have to kind of almost reprogram your brain. It doesn't control like how a modern fighting game would expect it to control. So most people going back to that would definitely not like it. I don't know. I thought it was okay-ish. But I don't know. Like, it's not something I really want to play a lot, though. I don't know. I guess I liked it better than Relics and Coco Yosai. Easier to control than that game. Anyway, yeah, we'll go ahead and give it that score. I'm going to move on to the next game now. Mr. Leo gives it a 3 out of 10, so it's not terrible. Yeah, I agree, it's not terrible. I find fighting games to be boring in general. This was no exception. Even Skittles finds even fighting games with good controls to be terrible. So that puts this game into perspective.